Day 75 of Powerbuilding. We got shoulders today. And for the shoulder workout, I started off with these ladder raises with the cables, and these were super hard. These were like I didn't think these were gonna be that hard, because I'm able to do like 40s for the ladder raises, like with dumbbells, with the ones that I've been doing, and then I went here, and this is only 25 pounds. Like I at first I thought it was 20 because that's what the stack said, but there was extra weight on top. Someone just left the weight on, and I didn't notice it. So the first set I did 25. Second set I actually did 20, and these were like still like I was struggling with 20 pounds. Like with 20 pounds, I should be able to easily rep that out. But with these cables and the way that I got to set up and everything, it's so much harder to do it with this than with with like dumbbells and stuff. And even if you want to like think my form is bad on the ladder raises, and that's why it's harder here because my form's better, I can do 30-pound dumbbells like with two arms completely still with no type movement. I can do a 3 second 3 seconds going up and 10 seconds on the way down. Like it's not hard at all. So, but still doing that way on the cable, it's just so much harder. And then but for the shoulder press, I don't really know if I got stronger on this because it's hard to tell because there's a weight stack for each arm. So the first set that I did 90, and that was too easy. So yeah, here I moved up to 100, and so each arm is 100 pounds. But I wouldn't combine them and say I'm overhead pressing 200 pounds because I definitely cannot overhead press 200 pounds. So but this, I guess, in each arm is 100 pounds. So I did that for good amount of reps and everything, and make sure to get a high intensity. Make sure to get these partials out and everything. And then with these rear delt flies, if you're at a gym and you're doing rear delt flies, do the ones where you're like kind of to the side where you're doing single arm, because those are so much better because you're getting so much of a better stretch. And some people might like these newer science-based lifter peoples, they're trying to take away the stretch, but I still like the stretch. I think the stretch is still good for a good pump and a good workout. So like if you're doing these, do the ones where you're to the side so you can get a good stretch and a better contraction and everything. Because right now I'm getting a good contraction, but I can't get a good stretch because of the way because I can't stretch over to the side, obviously, right? But the reason I'm not doing them is because I might try them, but the reason I'm not doing them is because the machine that this is, my arms are too long. So if I can either get a real good stretch or get a really good contraction. Because if I do it to the side and get a good stretch, I can't get a good contraction because my arm's bent, right? So I'm kind of leading with my elbow now, and my arm's halfway bent. So that's why I just chose to do it like that, just because that's how I normally do it. And I was like, it's working, I might as well just do it like that. But then I went on to these ladder raises with this machine, and I never really liked this machine, but I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try it for a few weeks and see how it feels, see if my shoulders get bigger or not. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do with every machine. I'm gonna go around every machine, and then once I find the machines that I like, I try it for a few weeks, and then be like, okay, well, if I'm getting bigger, if I'm not expecting to get so much bigger in a few weeks, but if I'm getting smaller, then that's where I'm like, okay, let me switch it up and go get a different machine then. So I'm gonna be at that machine for a little bit. Alright, that's the shoulder workout. Nice one today. Gotta try, all those machines pretty much new. So, it's a good one today. Those rear delts were pretty good. I felt those a lot. And the only thing that wasn't that good was the ladder raises on the cables, because man, that's hard, bro. I did not think it was gonna be that hard. That stuff is hard to do. But I'm gonna get stronger at it. I'm gonna keep getting better. Cause I just gotta get used to it, I'm sure next week I'll probably have a 5-pound PR or something like that. Because I just gotta get used to it,
But thank y'all for watching. See y'all next video, and always push past your limits.